Audible is the premier audiobook listening app with over 200, either 200 or 500, probably more, probably way more, probably like 1,000 audiobooks uploaded. Some people have said though that audiobooks are expensive. Even if you have a super, triple, quadruple, platinum membership or whatever like me, the actual plan is called the Premium Plus Annual Plan, 24 credits. But is there a way around that? I mean, there has to be. What are some ways to make the most of your money on this app? Not just that, but things that aren't exhaustive and don't take you 7 million years to do. I've been using Audible for 5 years now. What I like to say is that applying what I've learned from Audible has changed my life more than anything I can name. Anything that I could name, like my girlfriend or sales or having a YouTube channel, those all really kind of came into my life after Audible did. So I know a thing or two about Audible. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about 6 easy to implement tips and tricks to get more audiobook with your money. Just so you guys know, there are affiliate links in the description. And if you guys buy anything through those links, then I get commission, which helps me build this channel and keep making these videos. But welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and I want to make self-growth normal because people should not have to look this information up. It should just be mainstream knowledge. If you agree, then please make sure to smash that like button. Tip number 1 is get a membership. It is just not worth not doing this. It really isn't. This is assuming, of course, you don't already have a membership. I did another video going over the membership options for you guys with all the benefits included and everything. And that information for 2022 is coming straight from the Audible FAQ page. Unless it's changed since I uploaded it, it is credible. I'll drop a link in the description below, but these tips in this video simply will not work without a membership. They just won't. Some of them could, but basically get a membership. That's tip number 1. You know how a lot of these companies, they have their own sort of like currency system where you can redeem that currency for whatever product they sell, right? Audible has credits. 1 credit can be redeemed for 1 audiobook. And credits are a very, very, very good thing because a lot of the time, and this is really, really important, the price of an audiobook is more than the price of a credit. Which brings me to tip number 2. Buy credits, not books. This just makes you wonder if credits are so useful because they can save you up to who knows how much on audiobooks. Actually, let's figure that out. How do you get them? Well, at the making of this video, one way is to buy 3 of them at a time for $28.68. That is $9.56 a credit. At the writing of this video, the top 5 Audible bestsellers are priced at an average of $28.46. Atomic Habits, Will, Green Lights, Subtle Art, and Red-Handed at $25.35, $28, $23.95, and $27.37. I don't know why exactly someone would price something that specifically, but if you buy 3 credits at a time, you could get all 5 of those books for literally 1/3 of the price. It's not exactly 1/3, but it turned out to be 33.591 or something like that. This is not the only way to get credits, by the way. There are membership options that can give you credits, but if you're like me and you listen to over twice the amount of credits your membership offers per year, you have no choice but to buy credits in bundles of 3. Now, what about membership options? Well, there are different ones. Some of them you get 2 credits a month. Some give you 12 or 24 a year, which is kind of like buying in bulk in a sense because that reduces the price per credit, even if you're getting the same amount of credits per year. But if you're like me, you'd probably like to know that as long as you're using those credits and listening to those audiobooks, this is only going to save you more money. Again, I made a video going over these membership options. I strongly recommend checking it out after this one, especially if you haven't gotten a membership already and you're thinking about it, but it's one of my most viewed videos in a while. That's another reason I decided to make this one for anyone who wants to make more out of their membership, no matter what it is. But tip number 3 is check what's included in your membership. This is great whether you like fiction or not. I do not bother with fiction, but I think all of these options you would have to pay much more for, let alone pay at all without a membership. Sometimes Audible will charge you ridiculously low prices for certain books. They have these mouth-watering deals, and some of those books for like a day or 2, just because of that special, and you know it's because of that special, they'll be toward the top of the bestseller list. They did not just come out, but that's where it comes to mind. Like, would this even be worth my time to listen to? Which we'll get to soon. So Audible will actually include free audiobooks to listen to in your membership, no matter how many credits you have. Some of these you may actually have heard of, and you can actually check under your favorite genres. On this channel, we review self-development, business, and technology books. There are plenty of those, but they have fiction and novels and stuff like that too. So this is a win-win scenario. Tip number 4 is listen to the sample. There will be times when a book is staring you right in the face saying, "Buy me, Timothy. Press redeem credit, Jackie." And you're like hesitant because you don't want to spend a credit on a book that is not interesting. Something reassuring that you can do is listen to the sample. The sample alone can help you make that decision, often with less regret. Tip number 5 is look at the reviews, but do not let them discourage you. If you're sold on the idea of the book and the sample and description do have you interested, then let's say you look at the Audible reviews. Sometimes in my reviews, I'll actually look at Audible reviews and discuss them. Do I agree or do I not, and why? And sometimes they'll mention that like stuff like, you know, the audio has problems in the middle of chapter 5, and I won't hear any of them at all. But sometimes they'll mention that the narrator has this mega thick with like 7 C's Greek accent. It's nothing against Greek accents, but it's just really, really hard to understand. And I'll wholeheartedly know what they're talking about. And that's just the audio. But my point is that reviews, if you just check out the book anyway, they might not always be in alignment with your opinion. In fact, they might be very, very far from it. And that's okay, but I suggest checking out reviews on other mediums if you have to. Number 6, create a wish list. This is an excellent digital way to prevent yourself from buying 346 books and never checking any of them out. And let's be frank, all of us probably have bought 346 books, never bothering to check them out. I still have not checked out the Michael Jordan biography or How to Talk So Kids Will Listen. What you do is when you feel like buying an audiobook or a friend or coworker recommends one, you add it to your wish list. And what's great about this is that when you go on a listening spree and you binge everything in your library and you do not know what else to listen to, you just take a glance at that wish list and you have a little fun, right? Tip number 7, and yes, I know I lied in the title. It's 7 tips, it's not just 6. Use Audible Daily. Please use Audible Daily. This is the most important one. This is the one that ensures that all the others are worth it. Anything worth doing is worth doing every day. And if you think of it, this all kind of comes down to priorities. Everyone has the same amount of time in a day, and everyone does have a different situation, but it's what you do to manage and control that situation that matters. So those are my 7 tips for using Audible this year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is there anything I was missing on this list? Have you guys checked out Audible? Have you had experience with it? What was it like? Again, let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't get why people watch this far into my videos and they don't subscribe. And also, it's free. But if you have subscribed and you want to turn it up just a notch and turn on that notification bell to get a notification whenever I drop new videos, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere, and I will see you then.